Welcome back to Sortly. Today we're excited to introduce our newest feature, Return to Origin, which is available to Ultra, Premium, and Enterprise customers. If your business often checks assets in and out or frequently has leftover inventory after a project, Return to Origin is here to simplify your workflow. Available on both web and mobile, Return to Origin ensures you'll never have to wonder where items belong after a job or project. This feature lets you set a home folder for items, making it easy to return everything to its proper place with just a few clicks. Whether it's one item or many, you can quickly send them all back to their designated folder and track exactly where each item is going with a clear folder path. Return to Origin keeps your inventory organized and simplifies the process of returning unused materials or assets back to your system in seconds. Let's get started. Return to Origin enabled, it's never been easier to set an origin for an item. Simply click on the Add Item option, give the item a name, give yourself a quantity and fill out any other fields that you find applicable to this item, and then head down to the Add Folder section where you see the Set as Origin checkbox. Now by default you can't set the origin folder to all items, but we can set it to any of the subfolders that we have access to within the system. I'm going to go ahead and select this Office Supplies folder as an example, and I'll hit Select. With my selection, I'm going to check off the Set as Origin option, and I'll click Add. This is going to direct me directly into the Office Supplies folder where I created that item. And now if I click into this item, I'm going to see a new section here at the bottom called Origin. This is going to give me the folder path of that item, and this is the item's origin in particular. Now let's say I wanted to make an adjustment to the origin. I can simply go into an edit state, and I'll click Edit again, and I'll have access to select a new folder. Let's say I wanted to set this to the Tools and Equipment folder. I'll simply hit Select here. It'll be highlighted in red, and I can hit Confirm. But one more note, you also have the ability to remove an origin if you no longer wish to have an origin for that item. Once I hit Confirm, I just need to make sure I saved that adjustment. And now at this point, let's say I wanted to return a specified amount of quantity to that item. I can click on the three dots here, select the Return to Origin option. I'm going to go ahead and move 5 of those items back to their origin folder. I have the ability to select a reason and notes, and it's going to automatically give me that folder path and the destination folder where that item is going to. Simply hit return, and that item is going to be moved back to that original folder. One of the other great features of Return to Origin is the ability to set and return items in bulk. So I'm going to go back to the Office Supplies folder here, and I'm going to go in and select a few different items. So to do this, just click on the checkbox at the top left of the first item. This opens the bulk action bar, and I'm going to select 2 more items here that I want to work with. Now we have the ability here, of course, to edit and set the origin here. You'll see an origin option, and this is going to open our folder structure, so we can either remove the origins or we can add or replace the origin as needed. But let's actually go in and hit the Return to Origin option. I want to return all of these items back into the warehouse. So I'm going to click on Return to Origin. And in this case, it's going to let us know, hey, some of the items that you're working with cannot be returned because they don't have origin set. And we'll see that there's 2 items here that don't have the origin. Now here we see the folder path, and in this case we can go in and set the origin for both of these. So I'm going to click on the Set Origin option. I'm going to select the warehouse as the origin for this folder, and I'll do the same thing here for this item as well, set warehouse as that origin. Now all we have to do with the origin set, we go in and set the quantity that we want to move back, and in this case I'll update this one to 5, and for this one we will do 7. I can go in and add any return reasons if I want, as well as a transactional note here, and simply hit Return All Items. Once this has been performed, it's going to go ahead and update the quantities based on that action for me, and we can see here the items have been successfully returned. That's a quick overview of Return to Origin. With Return to Origin, you can keep your inventory organized and quickly return items to their designated spots after each project. Try it out today and experience a smoother, more efficient check-in and check-out process with Sortly.